Hey Seawolves, Chancellor Sandeen here with just the facts for September 17th, 2019. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but there have been some recent actions and activities that people are curious about. The recent board meeting, which took place on September 12th and 13th, brought about some changes in plans for reorganizing the UA system. So what the board authorized the president to do now is to work with the chancellors to come up with options for reorganization for them to consider. So single accreditation or the merger is one of those options, but we will be presenting as a group additional options for the board to consider. Because of the budget cuts and reorganization, we're looking at the possibility of consolidating or perhaps discontinuing some academic programs. Now, for our accreditation, we must go through a program review before we make a decision of that type. And what the board has authorized us to do as a group at the university in terms of university leadership is to do a quicker process for these program reviews to help us make decisions about what gets merged or consolidated, what continues, and what might be discontinued. As their name implies, expedited reviews will happen quickly, but based on actions that the board took on September 12th, we have a little bit of wiggle room and a little bit of more time. So we will be presenting to the board, the president will be presenting to the board, plans for some program changes for them to consider at their November 7th and 8th board meeting. And at that time, we will also present programs where we need a little bit more time to really come up with a plan. So we have a little bit of extended time. We will have some changes recommended in November, but not all of them at that time. Back in July, the board authorized the president to move forward with administrative consolidations as part of his one university or merger plan. And we have gone forward in the University of Alaska with consolidations or mergers of human resources, information technology is in progress, and procurement. So that makes sense. In addition, the president was looking at additional administrative consolidations like communications and marketing, Title IX, and so forth. So now I believe we are going to slow some of those down because we're not sure what our final structure will be. So some have taken place and others are still in planning, and we will communicate what we know as we learn about that. I have some good news about spring semester. We are going forward as planned. There will be no program changes or eliminations during spring semester, so you can just come back, register for classes, and really focus on your schoolwork and not have to worry about it. Spring is going ahead as planned. In addition, at the board meeting, they approved some other important things, like finally having the opportunity to approve our budget for this fiscal year. And as you remember, it was a $25 million cut to the entire UA system, and UAA's portion of that was $12.4 million, about a 10% decrease in our state appropriation. And we have been working diligently to take care of that cut. So we're at a steady state going into fall semester. In addition, on the budget, the board approved an increase for employees who went through the market rate analysis of their salaries and were shown to be significantly below market. So some of our employees will be seeing some adjustments this fiscal year, which is fantastic. Let me take a moment to thank those of you who really put a lot of thought and effort into providing feedback and information to the regents in advance of the September meeting. It really made a difference. I know they appreciated hearing from you. So what you can do now is think about additional input you can give them. They will be having a meeting again in November, and there will be a public testimony period, and they're always interested in receiving written feedback from you. So thank you very much, and we'll continue these Just the Facts as we go forward.